What's good, Liberators? Fingers here, and this is Dx2 Demon Review, wrapping up our Apocalypse Riders with the last, but certainly not least, because we respect our OG Bone Boys on this channel, the Fiend, the White Rider, one of the four horsemen in the Book of Revelation. He wears a crown, rides a white horse, and is tasked to bring undeniable victory, W's all day with this skelly bro. And that is why he is among the kings and wears the crown. The four horsemen have the power to conquer and kill, and often are thought to bring chaos. Let chaos reign, then I say. For the stats, magic, and agility are his crowning achievements. I have not put any Mitamas into him at the moment, but magic can't go wrong, and he's got a 159 agility. It's okay. You can do something with that. Otherwise, vitality and or luck, and you'll have some decent money, especially if this is one of your original pulls. People, you all know about the gacha game and the rerolls. I personally never engaged in such unscrupulous behavior, but when this game first started, this guy was one of the, okay, you can stop rerolling now, you did a pretty, you're doing okay, you can rock out with this guy. Drains electricity, make a note of it. Weak to force, resists some shit, don't care, moving on. For the transferable Ziodyne, electric, magic damage, power 160, single target, so he can do a little bit of zapping, nothing too impressive there. For his second skill, white noise, 30% chance to inflict mute 3 to 4 times on random enemies, and the only thing more useless than random attacks, random elemental magic attacks or physical attacks, is a random multi-hit ailment attack. There's only one place these are useful, and that's in Tokyo Abyss, and that is because you can make them stick on bosses who appear alone. So you've got a single target, you get a chance 3 to 4 times to inflict whatever ailment you're going after him on, and it works on a boss, which is not true basically anywhere else in the game. Bosses are largely immune to ailments, making this a big old nada. And for his unique skill, God's Bow inflicts light magic damage on a single enemy with a 50% kill rate, aka mortal attack, with a power of 200. So you fire this off, maybe you might kill him. 50% shot. I've seen better odds. I have played better odds and won big. So that is something. You can use it twice at his baseline level. And if you level this up, you gain 20% damage and a 100% chance of 2 MP recovery. So it'll cost you 7. You always need 7 to fire it off, but it will only cost you 5. So that is something. I used this guy in Light Dem Apocalypse for a while. I believe he has since transitioned out of the team, and that is where I found my primary use for him. But if you're just starting out, you can do a lot worse than this Pale Rider here. As for the archetype skill, I've got him in the Protector archetype, which gives him Rakamdra, revives all party members with full HP, and then White Rider dies, which, love this skill. I know it's been the bane of many people's existence. It's caused many people to throw their hands up and scream and break their phones against the wall in PvP, but that is part of why I love it. It is a nice FU skill, and I know a lot of people don't like these FU skills, but I am a big fan of the Chaos route in any SMT game, so I am all for it. As for the transferables, as I said before, I had him spec'd for Light Dim Apocalypse, which means he needed to have Homodyne because God's Bow only fires off twice, and then he would have to switch over to Homodyne to continue bringing that light pain. And to complement that, I gave him Light Boost to help with that pain gainage. But if you are an absolute mad lad thinking about running him in PvP, you could go with the Protector archetype here, give him Enduring Soul, so when he pops off Rakarmdra, everyone comes back and he gets to stay alive. You can cheap shot a demon or two with God's Bow, but beware, if the demon nulls, repels, drains light attacks, the mortal attack chance will not proc. However, his panels do give him a weak pierce effect, but that is with panels. And Speedster, again, if your PvP is your focus, he's got okay agility. He can get up to 179 or so, and you could do a Speedster on him. If you are so inclined, you're probably better off running this guy fast than slow. As for brands, unequipped at the moment, but if you're running him in Dim Apocalypse, full spell brands. I don't need to teach you how to run Dim Apocalypse. What am I doing? Why am I wasting time here? If you're running him in PvP, Divine brands are a good bet. As I said, you need 7 MP to shoot off God's Bow, but it only costs you 5, assuming you've fully leveled it up. Either way, you're going to need lots of MP, so Divine brands are a stellar way to go. And I would give him a minor in those speed brands. Run them fast. Learn to love them. These riders, they need to go first. They need to go first, or else they're not going to last more than one round. So you really gotta make sure they go first, and they're able to get that counterattack off. Spirit panels. Panel 1 plus 5% damage. 2 single target attacks. Thanks. I guess. Thank you for 5% damage to my single target attack. Panel 2, minus 25% to electric damage received. I guess if you want to run him in Electric Ultraworld, transfer a electric sweep skill onto him, and you could make good use out of this. Otherwise, it's fairly useless / highly situational. And for panel 3, the one decent one of the bunch, gains Light Pierce. Damage dealt through this skill is reduced by 30% if the enemy nulls, repels, or drains light. So you're only hitting 70% capacity against those. But this means that, assuming there's no Demiurge or Rama or Adavaka in the mix, reinforcing the repels and drains, you can roll the dice for that 50% mortal shot for God's Bow. So that is a little something. Getting panel 3 on a 4-star demon whose panels costs double what a 5 stars costs. You're gonna need to gotcha a whole lot of white riders. If you've been playing the game since the beginning, that ain't no big thing. But for newer players, it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna take a little while. So before we wrap it up, let us check the archetype skills and see what else he has to offer. For the Origami archetype, Soul Drain, thematically appropriate, almighty magic damage on a single enemy while healing the caster, 40% of damage dealt, drains 1 MP, costs 7 MP, which is brutal in PvP terms anyway. So this is costing you the same as God's Bow, and if you level it up, you only get a 25% chance of 1 MP recovery. So that's a tough sell. For the Protector, Rakarmdra, which we have previously discussed, the Psychic archetype, Null Bind, which nullifies the bind status ailment for those of you who didn't know or are a little bit retarded. And for the final Elementalist archetype, Null Force, which, again, nulls force attacks. For those of you who are a little bit retarded. And he is weak to force, so it does cover the weakness. So that is something. If you're not impressed with any of his other skills, hey, may as well cover that weakness. When I was first starting out in this game and I only had 4-star demons, I was obsessively covering up everyone's weakness just so I could throw out demons when needed and not have to worry about those weaknesses hampering my decision making for the PvE content. And that just about wraps it up for the original Apocalypse Rider. The God Bow from the Boneyard. The White Rider. 4-star demon in name, 5-star demon in our hearts. Happy Halloween, Liberators. Don't get captured.